The tourists now give special attention to their forward play, needing no reminder of how hard it'll be against the Bok Giants. Andy Hayden is awarded the captaincy after Jock Hobbs loses his test place to crackerjack flanker Frank Shelford. Shelford completing the loose trio with Mark Shaw and Murray Mexted, the man who'd played a blinder against Western Province. Grant Fox is preferred to the experienced Wayne Smith. Veteran halfback Dave Loveridge losing out to Andy Donald. Lock Murray Pierce displacing Gary Wetton, and Victor Simpson clinching the centre berth. More scrumming as they gear themselves to do battle with men like Uli Schmidt, the new cap hooker. Giant Flippy van der Merwe, who toured New Zealand in 1981. Transvaal hero Val Bartman, the man to effectively replace Burger Geldenhuys. Tough lock Skalk Burger, capped twice against England in 1984. Dependable Louis Moulman, South Africa's most experienced test player with 20 caps. And loose forwards Gert Smal and Jannie Breert. 2 of the 6 new caps in the Bok side. Another newcomer to Springbok ranks is Free State scrum half Christo Ferreira, a player whose service will mean a lot to the back line that carries so much potential, so many world-class players. Critics agree that to beat the New Zealanders will require much good ball for the likes of Dani Gerber and Karel du Plessis. The lineouts are important too, with Smart and Breert vital cogs at the back. As the Geldenhuys row continues, another controversy emerges, this time over sponsorship.
If we just take a look at our own jerseys, in South Africa we've all grown up to honour and love, the Springbok jersey. There's only one jersey, international jersey, to wear when you start playing rugby. And I must say, I think I'm carrying the feelings of the side here. When we first saw that jersey with that motor manufacturer's name on it, we all got quite a shock. And of course it didn't look like a Springbok jersey. We, the people who are actually carrying that message and taking it out, we're taking the bumps on the field, taking the knocks off the field, having to train and practice hard. And we've become the commercial identity. What are we going to get out of it in the future? With regard to that motor manufacturer, I don't think it's gone down very well with the side, because the way it was done and approached, and the players forced to do it without them basically getting any goodwill out of it. Any positive, be it revenue, be it in kind, whatever. It has been a very contentious issue within the Springbok camp. I mean, just the other day, with horror, was reading what small little letters on Boris Becker's shirt was actually, what revenue he was getting for that.
So, if we can get something out of the game that we're looking for, I might give myself a couple more years, but I'll just play until I'm not enjoying it anymore, and then I'll pull out.
May the 10th, 1986. The day came in cold and wet, and the feeling was that Hayden and his men would be hard to beat on the lush Newlands turf. New Zealand teams of yesteryear had done well on this ground, and this side's fine victory over Western Province had further encouraged them. They also had a distinct edge in experience, boasting more than 200 test caps to the Springboks 78. Springbok hopes rested as always on the kicking form of their new captain Nas Botha. There was great interest as to how he would carry the mantle of international skipper, key playmaker and potential match winner. But to have a chance, the Springboks would have to control the forward exchanges.
And there you get the team. It's possible that Simpson and Taylor may have changed their numbers. Yes, I've just noticed that Victor Simpson is number 13 and Warwick Taylor is number 12. Otherwise, they're exactly as they are. The same pack of forwards who played so well against Western Province only on Tuesday. There is the Springbok team with a lot of new caps. Jaco Reinach, Christo Ferreira, and of course all 3 loose forwards, Val Bartman, Gert Smal and Jannie Breert. And any moment from now we'll have the kickoff. Referee says, are you ready? There we go. Kieran Crowley, it was a kicked off. Under it, Louis Moulman tapped it back there to Christo Ferreira. And straight into touch. You're not going to hear the sounds from the referee today because the referee, Mr. Rowland, says it's a new concept, these field ears, and he doesn't feel that it's a good time to try them out in a big game like this. First line out, and there's Grant Fox. Good work on Murray Mexted in that line out. A difficult one for Nas Botha to take Craig Green, and Craig Green going to score. No, he hasn't. The The touch judge's flag is up. That was very, very close, but the referee has said it was offside anyway. And he is asking the Springboks what they want. Do they want a penalty?
No, we started off terribly well. We had a planned move, and we didn't think Craig Green was off. Was out, but or offside. But the referee thought he was offside, and the line umpire had him out anyway. So, but it was a good start for us to test.
But Naasboerter very quickly across in defence. So the first scrum of the match, and that's Christo Ferreira. And a penalty. And Naasboerter, it's quite interesting, Naasboerter taking a place kick. He did that so often in New Zealand in 1981 because he does get more accuracy. And we've had a lot of rain overnight. The conditions, I think, are those that the All Blacks might almost have chosen. Heavy underfoot, it's very long grass, and I've just had a note passed at what Ken Rowland said in his typical Welsh accent. He said before wearing those field ears, I'll have to clear up my language first. I'm sure he didn't mean that because he is a very fine referee, but it is quite an experiment having those field ears, as they call them. Penalty there for fringing, as they call it, coming around in the wrong side of the ruck there, following the lineup. Grant Fox to take it. And this is unusual, a quick one, doesn't go to hand, goes to Victor Simpson. Simpson has got Mark Shaw there. And there's the first ruck of the game. In goes Gary Knight. And back it comes to Grant Fox. Good work by Andy Donald. Hiernes under it. Johan Hiernes. Up and under. He'll have to put his forwards onside under Ashworth. Picked up by Murray Pierce. Good work by Cowboy Shaw there. Driving in over the... Look at that rucking. That is the New Zealand style of play. Andy Donald waiting for it. Frank Shelford going in. Hicka Reid. And a penalty to the New Zealanders for preventing the ball coming out in that ruck.
Tremendous pressure on Grant Fox here because I think a lot of his selection was due to his being such an accurate goal kicker. As a player, he and Wayne Smith, I would feel Wayne Smith probably has the edge on him.
Well, here's the important kick. It's got all the distance, and it's there, 3 points ahead after, there it is, 4 minutes gone, and the New Zealanders are leading by that penalty by Grant Fox. Willie Schmidt throwing in for the first time in a big match. Taken by Leon Moorman cleanly. Ferreira, Naasboerter. Is it a drop goal attempt? It was, but it's wide, very wide. Difficult one for Crowley, being chased up there. Crowley gets away with it. Managed to get his kick in. Jakob Reinach was there. Murray Mexted in to try and help Crowley. Andrew Donald. Out to Grant Fox. Missing out a man. Simpson with it. Misses out again. And to Green. Craig Green. Andy Green on the inside. Craig Green. Good cover defence though. Well, picked up by Donald over there. But Jakob Reinach with it. And Jakob Reinach, here's the flyer. Danny Breer tapping it. But Shelford with it. And Shaw. Mark Shaw chasing too. Look at that power. The guy from Manawatu. Out it comes to Fox. Taylor in a gap. This could be very dangerous indeed. He's got a man with him. He just couldn't get it to Mike Clamp. And here's the drive. Is it a try? They're trying to drive their way over. But the referee said there was a little knock on there. And the Springboks got out of jail there. It was a lovely break by Warwick Taylor. He had Mike Clamp with him. Hicka Reid hooking. And they've got the ball being held by Mexted. And it's left to Mexted. Warwick Taylor. That was a good little move with Donald going right without the ball, and a penalty for offside there. The ball was still in the scrum, and the Springbok loose forwards had broken up, and they were in front of the last line of feet. Well, this is rather like a half-meter putt. They're so easy, but you can miss them. Concentration. No mistake there. 6 points to 0. New Zealand is leading. Holding down in the lineouts. And Naasboerter is going to try a long-range kick at goal. Well, he's pushed it, and it's short as well. Grant Fox under it. Grant Fox dodging a man, dodging Reinach, and ball kicked by Mike Clamp, by Green rather. And Kunis with it. And Kunis's kick charged on by Craig Green. In goes Flippy van der Merwe, and a penalty, I think. What will the referee say? Yeah, coming into the wrong side of the scrum. Penalty against Flippy van der Merwe there. And it's a long kick, it's a beautiful kick, and it's there, yes, a third in a row. 3 out of 3 from Grant Fox.
Grant Fox certainly justified his selection thus far, Chick.
Well, 3 out of 3 is a good record anywhere. Not a very good pass there, and here's the rain coming down. This could make a big difference to the game. Back for it is Mark Shaw, left-footed kick. He hasn't found touch, he's found Christopher Ferreira. Ferreira has Nas Buddha with him, but gives it to Uli Schmidt. Uli Schmidt barging his way through, flips it back to Ferreira. Nas Buddha, that is Duplessis. Out to Kunis in the line, Donny Gerber. Gerber well tackled by Simpson. Back to Michal Duplessis. Michal Duplessis back inside to Jacko Reiner. And a good tackle by his opposite number, Green. And the Springboks very cross there. They thought there was an advantage, but the referee's whistle had gone.
Yes, and just looking at this first half, the first half an hour of play, I'd say that if there's an influence on the game is the fact that the Springboks haven't been able to control the ball often enough.
Well, this is a dangerous move with Donny Gerber in the gap. Gerber going through, but he's got the cover defence to deal with. Jannie Brett is there to help him. The Springboks will want this from second phase. Well, Bartman is there, and Anton Barnard. But the referee says the ball will not emerge. One centre standing each side, and drop goal attempt. No, out to Michal Duplessis. There's Kunis in the line, but he runs into Andy Hayden and Simpson. Ball is loose, back to the Springbok side. Michal Duplessis out to Nas Buerta, and a penalty for offside in that ruck. Well, Nas Buerta won't be short, and he's made no mistake, and it's 9-3. And I must say, Warwick Taylor has had a very good game indeed. He's an absolute tiger in defence. Christopher Ferreira, good one to Nas Buerta. And there's the drop goal attempt. I think it's there. Yes, a drop goal by Nas Buerta. The penalty for obstruction again. I think it's good that the referee is very strict on the line-outs, because that is the one. I must
say, Chick, it's been a very, very moderate, cool first half. You know, maybe the rain's dampened it a bit, but compared to that sort of fiery first half that we saw here on Tuesday.
And there is half-time. So at half-time, it is 9 points to the New Zealanders, 6 to the Springboks.
If we had to divide the game up, I would say that the first 20 minutes belonged to the New Zealanders, but undoubtedly the second 20 minutes with the Springbok loose forwards coming into the game, Springboks looking a lot more confident.
And I think they know that they can do it now with the rain still coming down slightly. And there's the first ruck of the game, and Andrew Donald it was picking it up on the far side. Christopher Ferreira waiting for it. Out to Nas Buerta. There's a difficult up and under. Hasn't gone quite far enough forward. And it's allowed to bounce. Michal Duplessis picking it up. In there is Jannie Brett, Christopher Ferreira. Back to Nas Buerta. Here's a drop goal attempt coming. And wait for it. The referee's well positioned. It's there. It's a beautiful drop goal by Nas Buerta. And the scores are level. There's Ashworth with Hayden behind him. Gary Knight behind him. Where will it come? Louis Moorman tapping it back, but the referee says there's obstruction in the line-out. Well, here is a chance for Nas Buerta. At the moment, the scores are level. 3 penalties to 2 drops and a penalty, 9 all. That's got all the distance, but wait for it. Is it straight? Yes, it is. And the Springboks are leading by 12 points to 9. Andrew Donald, another up and under. This will test Kunis. It's a difficult one. He gets man and ball at the same time. Jock Hobbs is up very quickly. Craig Green is in there too. And here's the drive. Here's the rolling maul. Can the Springboks stop it? Flippy van der Merwe is in there trying to use his bulk and his size and his weight. And the referee says that ball is dead. And it's the Springboks to put it in. Christopher Ferreira tripping there and caught in possession. Now this is very dangerous indeed. It's right on the Springbok line, and it was a knock forward. Nicely knocked on. Will they try a push-over scrum? Push-over try. There's the shove. They're holding it. And is offside, bang in front of the post. And this will be an absolute gift penalty. The Springbok backs were well behind the last line of feet. They should have actually been behind their own try line, and they were not. And here it is again. You see Christopher Herrera, I thought he was completely, palpably offside, but the referee has decided that if that infringement had not taken place, a try would probably have resulted. So it's a penalty try, which something one doesn't often see in test matches, and that means that the New Zealanders are in the lead by 15 points to 12. It was converted by Grant Fox. There's the rain coming down. What a pity to get rain on such a pretty face. Gary Knight, but penalty for obstruction in the line out. And here's another opportunity for Narspoort. 15 metres in from touch. And that's a good one. It's all the way, and the scores are level. Yes, well, I think this is a time when territorial advantage is important, because if you're on the attack, it means the other side can't get a penalty over through the post. Saltberger under it, helped by Anton Barnard and Flippy van der Merwe. And Christopher Herrera calling for it. He says thank you. Back to Narspoort, being chased by Andrew Donald and Andy Hayden. Has he found touch? No, he's found Craig Green. And Green hoists it into the air. There's the up and under. Green putting his men on side. And under it was Michael du Plessis. But the referee has said that the New Zealanders were in that 10-metre area. They did not retire. They were within 10 metres of the man catching the ball. Narspoort with a penalty, and this, a bit of bad luck there for Kieran Crowley. He slipped, and the greasy ball went out of his hands and into touch to put the Springboks right on the attack. You can hear the crowd in the background shouting, encouraging the Springboks. Narspoort with it. And there's the kick for the corner, being chased by Coral du Plessis. Crowley and du Plessis, who'll get there first? They both try for it, and who's got it? It's a try to Coral du Plessis in the corner. A very good kick for the corner by Narspoort. There you see 16 test matches. There he is.
A very good line-out ball, and Christopher Herrera, Nas actually battles to control this. I have a feeling that he was looking for the drop and then realized he couldn't because he was covered and just popped it into the corner. And I think Clamp was also expecting the drop. But watch Coral du Plessis outpace Clamp here. Way ahead and gets to it first. Way ahead of Kieran Crowley.
And a difficult kick, but it's there. 39 minutes gone. And Donald back to Grant Fox. They want to keep it alive. Chipped it into the box there. Going back for it is Jannie Breed. Good defensive positional play. Picked up there by Christopher Herrera. Kicking for touch. And this is a difficult one for Craig Green. It bounced just in front of him. He tried to keep it in play, but it's out and a quick throw in. And that's dangerous by Donnie Gerber. And is that the final whistle? Yes, it's the final whistle. And the Springboks have won this game by 21 points to 15.
Yes, everyone, I think, thought that the conditions were favouring us, but in actual fact, we didn't like them at all. Even though we play under them a lot and we're used to them, we don't like that. We don't like playing in the wet. And on the day, I would concede that the South Africans played the better wet weather football. And whether you get the ball floating around, it becomes difficult to handle. They handled it extremely well. They picked up the loose ball, they cleared it better than we did, and generally played better than we did in wet conditions. As the game wore on, in particular, as it got wetter and wetter, they played better and better, and they kept pressurising us, and that pressure always tells in the end, and that try right at the end was sheer pressure, and it was the winning of the game.
With time fast running out, the Boks needed a miracle. They got it for sure through some slick play from Moolman, Botha and du Plessis. It was one of those classic tries that dreams are made of. Botha's kick showing rare genius.
Well, the try was only scored a matter of half a metre away from the corner flag. But still, I think a very well executed kick, there's no doubt about that.